Hello everyone, welcome back to my little corner of the internet. I'm 1 month into my journey of getting in the best shape of my life, of getting in the best shape physically, emotionally and spiritually, mentally. And today I want to talk about an aspect that I have only briefly mentioned in my earlier videos. I want to talk about my sister, my half sister, who is 6 months younger than I am, and it's a sister I have never met. I knew all my life that she existed, and I can tell you it was actually emotionally quite heavy to know that there is a girl out there and we share the same father, and she's almost the same age as I am, like she's only 6 months younger, so it means her mother and my mother were pregnant from our father at the same time. And I always thought I would meet her eventually one day. I always thought one day we would like get to know each other and like try to connect and talk about our experiences, even though we didn't share much of our childhood at all. Other than having the same father, I always felt like it would be important for me to get to know her and to talk to her and to find some sort of closure with her, because it felt so difficult as a little girl, when I was a girl, to carry the burden of knowing that there's another person out there, and of knowing that me coming to this world might be one of the reasons why her parents' marriage ended. Of course, it's a super complex matter, and I do understand, and I always understood that it's not that the marriage ended because of me alone, but nevertheless, the fact stays that my father was married to a woman. He had a son with her, a nice, beautiful son. And my mother came into the picture, or my mother and my father fell in love. And my mom met my father's son. And my mom thought, oh, I would love to have a son or a beautiful, nice little child like him. And so my mom intentionally, I mean more or less intentionally, but got pregnant and gave birth to me, while my father was still married and still living in this marriage and making his wife pregnant too. So it was a complex situation with many aspects and many angles. And of course, as a child, I was like completely overwhelmed with it. I didn't know how to deal with it. And I remember when I was like 9 or 10 years old, I was always sitting at my desk and writing down family trees, lineages of all the kids that my father had, and then my mother gave birth to new kids with her now husband. And so there was like it always felt like very unorganized, very chaotic in a way. I mean, I grew up with my mother and her husband, and they had more kids, and I grew up in that family, but I always carried the burden of knowing and feeling and like sensing it, that there's so much more of me, that there's such a like another family, and I don't have any access to it. And for years, as I said, it was a dream that one day everything would be resolved, we would all meet, we would all like share our stories, and it would come to a happy ending. But now at 50, I'm realizing there's no happy ending. Some things just don't find the closure that you would like to have. And I tried to reach out to my sister about 20 years ago. I was really looking for her heavily, and in the end I found her through the internet. I posted a search post and entered her name, and she saw it because I think she googled her own name, and so she stumbled upon my post. but we only exchanged like two very brief emails, and then she withdrew again because she moved away from Germany to Canada about, I don't know, like 30 years ago. She never reconciled with my father, and he didn't have any contact with her at all in the last years of his life. And so she obviously doesn't want to have anything to do with the German family or whatever, with me. And now, as I'm like 1 month into this journey of like trying to figure out what is really important for me, what do I really need to carry with me for the next 50 years, I realize I can let go of her. I can let go of the need to reconcile and to meet her and to make peace with her, and maybe even to apologize for my existence, you know. And I have been realizing in the last couple of weeks that I was carrying way too much. It is a load that no little girl should carry. I mean, it was not my idea to come to this world. It was not my idea to be born by a 19-year-old mother and having a married man as a father who has other kids. And so I'm realizing now that this is the story of my parents, and that I can just focus on myself, and I don't have to make up for anything. I don't need to apologize to my sister. I don't need to find her. I can accept that she doesn't want to have contact with me. And now it feels like this is okay. This is a good spot for me to be in. I wish her well. May she be blessed. May she find whatever she's looking for in life, and she can go do her things. I'll take care of my own stuff. And I think I've never felt this as clear as I'm doing it now, and I'm happy about it. Maybe one day in an afterlife, who knows, we will meet. Maybe one day we will have the conversation. But then on the other hand, I'm thinking, what for? She's as much a victim in this whole scenario as I am. Our father, he did the best he could. He had his own drama. He had his own life experiences. He didn't know better. My mom was young. The whole mess that my birth was, it happened like 50 years ago. And now I think I'm okay with it, and I'm happy. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be on this journey with you guys. And thank you so much for following along. I know this was a bit of a rambling video again. But hey, nothing is like scripted here. I'm like going with my thoughts, I'm going with my feelings, and I'm enjoying the journey. Thanks for being here with me. I hope you have a great Saturday. Talk to you soon. Over and out.